I've always loved art ever since I was little. I really think that I was just like born with something in me that drew me to it. I'm a very anxious person. I'm a big overthinker. Like, my head is constantly blah, 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 and everything connects to something else, and I overanalyze everything, and art is the place where I'm thinking about that thing in front of me, and it slows me down, and it's peaceful, and it's fun, and it's my break from everything else. It's really become like a spiritual thing for me. I figure out how to move through life by what the paint teaches me. Like, in painting and in life, mistakes are inevitable, and I used to get frustrated both in painting and in life and try to fix this mistake, and you have to fix it, gotta work with it, and I learned over doing that over and over. The mistake is usually the best part. I just learned to trust the paint, and I applied that to my life, to trust the universe and trust life as it's happening to me and work with what I've got the same way I work with the paint. Art therapy, art lessons, rehabilitation by means of art with inmates. I'm really passionate about helping people on the inside just put more emphasis on rehabilitation rather than punishment. I could see that slippery slope of somebody just falling into the system, and like they could have a good life and a good childhood and just a few wrong moves, and all of a sudden they're stuck in there, and that becomes their life. I mean, they've obviously all made mistakes to some capacity. Everybody has. So I just want to provide them with an opportunity to see them differently instead of seeing themselves as broken or unworthy of something. Just make something from it and let it be for a purpose. The things that give me joy, and I feel like if I feed those things, like, it cultivates the people around me who are supposed to be around me, and I serve them in whatever way they need, and vice versa. I think by being like your truest self and being true to yourself and taking care of yourself, you become a resource for the people who need you. Everybody wants happiness, and I think that society for a long time has been telling us that happiness is outside of you, and you have to buy this product, or you have to look like this, or you have to have a house like this, or you need to live in a place like this. And I think a lot of people have, after generations and generations and generations of trying all of those things and it's still not adding up, I think like this is kind of a new age of people who are getting tired of those. I eventually taught myself to just completely trust the paint. I started to make these like really abstract pieces where I just throw the paint on there and like do not think about it at all. And then I go through and I find pictures and stories in it, and I make something of it, or I paint whatever's on my mind. I might see something pretty out of the corner and I just doodle, like I just play on that canvas. The whole picture wouldn't exist if I hadn't made these mistakes or these random little stories here. It's like a whole little world in there, and it all works together in ways that these little characters I've made up inside have no idea. But I started to think of these paintings as an entire lifetime, because it's made up of all these bizarre little stories and pictures and journal entries and scribbles and mess ups and mistakes and things that all were necessary in order to make that final piece that you're staring at when it's done. That's how I think of my paintings. It's like a whole lifetime and a whole universe, which I think is one and the same too, lifetimes and universes.